3 years ago, we were here in Mexico's tropical rainforest, working with indigenous villages so they can become tour providers and not have to abandon their land to make a living. That was when we realized that this was something that could change the world. Miguel, a friend of ours and the local guide, came to us, smiled, and said, Tuska Bim in Mayan language, which means, where are we heading today?
38 million travelers visit Mexico each year looking for authentic experiences. The same experiences that could be provided by 5.4 million of young indigenous people. But what happens is that most travelers end up in places like this, a horrible tourist trap. And the young indigenous Mexicans end up doing jobs like these ones. So what is wrong here?
Well, the indigenous communities from Mexico and around the world usually have everything they need to create amazing touristic experiences. They have the nature, the culture, the local talent, and even the infrastructure. Thousands of them have already received funding and training from the governments and NGOs to get their projects going. However, most of them are still not able to provide three basic things that the travelers need: easy booking, quality guarantee, and already designed experiences where they don't have to worry about anything. So, even if the communities have everything else, if they are not able to provide this, they will end up failing. And in fact, 3 out of 4 have already abandoned their projects. So this leaves us, just in Mexico, with more than 10,000 abandoned cabins in the natural areas and 24,000 youths that are unemployed. So this is why we created a sustainable solution to overcome the community's problems.
Rutopia! Now, Rutopia is a social business that empowers these indigenous youths to design and sell trips online, while making it easy for us travelers to find and live these amazing and wild experiences. So in other words, we are turning indigenous communities into sustainable and successful touristic destinations.
How do we do it? We create touristic work groups in these villages that we name Ruta Hubs. With a 5-step activation process, we prepare these Ruta Hubs to deliver amazing travel experiences. Experiences that highlight the nature and the culture of their own land. Once one of these Ruta Hubs is activated, we take charge of selling their touristic offerings. Now, so we take charge. Now, selling to the most popular travel marketplaces is key for success, but it is not easy for them since they would need to be able to provide travel insurances, continuous customer response, and payment facilities. Now, by being with Rutopia, Ruta Hubs don't have to worry about this because we take charge of managing their bookings, customer service, and we pay them in advance so they can only focus on delivering great experiences. And by doing this, we are providing travel marketplaces, tour agencies, and even hotels with amazing, easy to book, and safe experiences they can sell.
Now, we charge a 20% markup for every trip that we sell. This translates into a monthly profit of $1,000 per each active Ruta Hub. And now, let me tell you about our traction. We opened our first Ruta Hub in January. Since then, we replicated the model to 11 communities that today have sold over 300 trips. And we know the travelers love our trips because 93% of them rated us with 5 stars. And besides this, we generated employment for 136 young guides. During this accelerator, we have managed to sell $35,000 worth of trips. And most importantly, we secured a long-term alliance with Airbnb to become their exclusive activating partner for Airbnb adventures in Latin Mexico and in Latin America.
Now, a very important thing that makes us very scalable is that we do not have to invest on the trainings or in the infrastructure, because we are closing an agreement with the Mexican government in which they will cover this, and we will become the commercial engine of all these indigenous touristic initiatives they are developing. So the reason why they do this is because they don't have any data or results whatsoever regarding these projects that they have developed in the rural areas. And that's exactly what we can provide them with. So this same model can be replicated in most of the countries in Latin America. So this alliance with the government, together with the alliance with Airbnb, will allow us to grow extremely quickly in the whole region, providing more than 24,000 jobs for the youth in just 3 years. Now, When these youths are gaining an economic income and recognition for keeping their nature and their culture alive, there is a reinvestment to protect it. And eventually, there is a regeneration of the ecosystems and the social tissues, and that is actually the real impact of what we do. So the question today is not if this kind of travel is possible, because the market need is there, the communities are ready, and we are a very experienced team with more than 18 years of experience on the field altogether, and we have the method to turn this opportunity into a huge social business. So the real question is,
Tush Kabim.
where are we heading today? Thank you very much.